Estadio de la Ceramica saw an unusual span of 90 minutes on Saturday night when Real Madrid were thoroughly outclassed. Villarreal seemed to be several notches superior to Carlo Ancelotti's men, putting the defending champions under immense pressure. Slowly, mistakes crept into the visitors' game and they eventually crumbled to a 2-1 defeat. Yet, if there was one player who maintained his high standard through the storm last night, it was Toni Kroos. The German international is the engine of Carlo Ancelotti's setup, and rumors of his possible retirement at the end of the season have taken the world by shock. After all, he still has a lot to offer at the highest level at the age of 33. According to reports from Fabrizio Romano via AMP, there are good chances that Kroos will continue at Real Madrid beyond this season. The feeling at the club's offices is positive and a definitive statement is expected in the coming month. The player's decision is key for Real Madrid's future. Planning for his departure would force the club to splash the cash on reinforcement in the summer. Jude Bellingham is already on the team's agenda, but the veteran's retirement could push them to scout another talent. The 33-year-old has been indispensable for Ancelotti this season, scoring 1 goal and providing 2 assists in 13 La Liga appearances. He averages a whopping 95 touches and 2 key passes per game in addition to his 6 defensive actions. The club have put a proposal for a 1-year extension on the table for Kroos and expect a reply at least by the beginning of February. Real Madrid forward Marco Asensio has had one foot out of the club for the best part of a year, yet it appears it will be a while before he steps out or jumps back into the White House. The Spanish international was keen to leave Los Blancos last summer, but either Asensio or the club did not receive a satisfactory offer from elsewhere. Having stayed, Asensio initially looked even more certain that his future elsewhere, but his performances thereafter won round not only Carlo Ancelotti but the Santiago Bernabeu. However, his contract expires in the summer and he is now free to negotiate with other clubs. Last summer he was linked with any number of Premier League sides, including Manchester United and Liverpool. Speaking to Court Offside in his Substack column, Fabrizio Romano was clear that he would be staying as a priority. Asensio and Real Madrid have been in conversations for a long time over new deal. At the moment, no final progress yet. We will see in the next months how it will continue. Asensio would be open to Premier League or any other big league experience one day, but priority now is still for Real Madrid talks. The relationship between Asensio and Real Madrid has clearly recovered, but in a season of fixture congestion, if Asensio fails to see the minutes he feels he deserves, talks may break down. With Karim Benzema back fit, Rodrigo Goes and Fede Valverde are competing for similar positions, making it stiff competition. In an official statement issued by the club, Real Madrid have hit out at French Football Federation President Noël Le Graët after his comments against Zinedine Zidane. The former Real Madrid and France icon was in contention to be named the manager of the national team, but the FFF decided to renew Didier Deschamps instead. Following that, reports emerged claiming Zidane could manage Brazil after being snubbed by Les Bleus. In response to that, Le Graët said, "I don't give a damn, he can go wherever he wants. I know very well that Zidane was always on the radar. He had a lot of supporters, some were waiting for Deschamps' departure. But who can make serious reproaches to Deschamps? Nobody. He, Zidane, does what he wants, it's none of my business. I've never met him, we've never considered parting with Didier. He can go where he wants, to a club. If Zidane tried to contact me? Certainly not, I wouldn't even pick up the phone." Soon after these comments emerged, PSG and France star and long-term Real Madrid target Kylian Mbappé had criticized the FFF president for disrespecting a legend like Zidane. Now, Los Blancos have also issued a statement, which reads as follows: Real Madrid CF regrets the unfortunate statements made by the president of the French Football Federation, Noël Le Graët, about Zinedine Zidane, one of the greatest legends of world sport. Stating that Le Graët's words demonstrate a lack of respect towards Zidane and what he means to the game, Real Madrid stated that they want the FFF president to rectify his statements. Zinedine Zidane, world champion and European champion defending his country's jersey, among many other titles, represents the values of sport and has demonstrated this throughout his professional career as a player and as a coach. On top of that, Real Madrid also criticized Le Gray for his statements on current Real Madrid captain Karim Benzema as well, saying, "The statements by the president of the French Football Federation are inappropriate for someone who holds that representation and disqualify themselves, like the ones he also makes about our captain Karim Benzema, current Ballon d'Or, champion of the League of Nations with France in 2021 and winner of 5 Champions League, among many other titles." With Zidane gathering a wave of support, it will be interesting to see how Le Gray responds after his ill-advised comments against one of the greatest footballer of all time. Real Madrid have issued 2 official statements confirming that defender David Alaba and midfielder Aurelien Tchouameni have picked up injuries to their right and left soleus muscle, respectively. Los Blancos succumbed to their second La Liga defeat of this season last weekend when they were beaten 2-1 by Villarreal. It came as a setback in the defense of their title as Barcelona have opened up a 3-point lead by defeating Atletico Madrid. On the back of that setback, Carlo Ancelotti's men have now been handed a double blow by the injuries to 2 key players in the form of Alaba and Tchouameni. After the tests carried out today on our player David Alaba by the Real Madrid Medical Services, he has been diagnosed with a right soleus injury. Evolution pending, the statement on Alaba read. As for the update on Tchouameni's condition, the statement read, after the tests carried out on our player Aurelien Tchouameni by the Real Madrid Medical Services, he has been diagnosed with a left soleus injury. Evolution pending. This development comes just before Real Madrid's Spanish Super Cup semi-final clash against Valencia. Reports suggest that Alaba picked up the knock during the match against Villarreal while Tchouameni injured himself in training earlier today. While the club have not provided an exact timeline of recovery, journalist Aroncha Rodriguez, via RM4 Arab, has claimed that the duo will be out of action for 3 weeks. It means that they will miss the Spanish Super Cup matches this week as well as the Copa del Rey round of 16 tie against Villarreal and possibly the La Liga ties against Athletic Club and Real Sociedad.